Similarly, I would like to request Vice President of International Association of Engineering Geologists to occupy his chair in the front row of the auditorium. Similarly, I would like to request the President of Nepal Hydrogeological Association to occupy his chair in the second row of the auditorium. I would like to request the President of Nepal Engineering Association to take a chair in the second row of the auditorium. Similarly, I would like to request the President of Nepal Geotechnical Society to occupy his chair in the second row of the auditorium. I would like to request Dr. Kathmandu Nepal, the founder of Tony Hagen Foundation Nepal, to occupy her chair in the front row of the auditorium. I would like to request all the officials from the President's office to occupy their respective positions in the front row of the auditorium. Now I would like to request our convener to offer the greetings to our distinguished guest sitting in the front and second row of the auditorium. Thank you. Sri Suresh Acharya, Secretary from Ministry of Energy, Water Resources and Irrigation, to occupy his position in the front row of the auditorium. Similarly, I would like to request the Secretary from Ministry of Energy, Water Resources and Irrigation, Mr. Madhu Bhetwal, to occupy his chair in the front row of the auditorium. Thank you. Now is the inauguration time from convener to the distinguished guest. Please. So let's start with the secretaries first. Secretary from Ministry of Industries, Commerce and Supplies. Secretary Suresh Acharya. And similarly, Secretary from Ministry of Energy, Water Resources and Irrigation. Then VC from NAST. Secretary from NAST. Then IAG Vice President. Then Director General from Department of Mines and Geology, Dr. Kathmandu Nepal, Patron of Tony Hagen Foundation. Her Excellency Ambassador of Switzerland. Then the officials from the President's office. Experts and officials from President's office. We have DG, Department of Water Resources and Irrigation, and all the guests sitting in the second row of the auditorium, the past presidents, honorary members. I would like to request convener to honor them with the salt. So the inauguration program is ongoing. In the meantime, I would like to request the keynote speaker, Mike Sturdy, Megraj Vital, to sit in the second row of the auditorium. Professor Mike Shirley and Professor Meghra Dita, please have a seat at the second row of the auditorium. Similarly, the Professor Laurent Bollinger, and Professor Krishnakanta Panthi, Professor Laurent Bollinger and Professor Krishnakanta Panthi, I would like to request you to sit in the second row of the auditorium. Professor Laurent Bollinger and Professor Krishnakanta Panthi. Thank you. Thank you, conveners, for honoring the members. Now we are waiting for our the Right Honorable President. I will hear the Right Honorable President. Our Chief Guest, Right Honorable President of Nepal, has arrived. सम्माननीय राष्ट्रपतिज्यू आइपुग्नु भएको छ, उहाँलाई स्वागत गरौँ। साथै we have time for national anthem now. I would like to request to play the national anthem. Now it's time for inaugural speech from the chair of the inaugural session, Mr. Churnabahadur Oli.
Namaste and warm welcome to you all. It is my immense honor and privilege to stand before you as the President of Nepal Geological Society and the organizer of this prestigious event, the 11th Nepal Geological Society. I take this opportunity to express my deepest gratitude to Excellency Ambassador of Switzerland for Nepal. I also extend my heartfelt appreciation and warm welcome to my respected honorary members and all dignitaries from different institutions. It is my highest honor and privilege to welcome esteemed participants from national and international arena. We are gathered here to engage in crucial discussion and knowledge sharing under the theme Geoscience for Climate Change Adaptation, Natural Resource and Geohazard Management. As we are facing unprecedented environmental challenge, the role of geoscience has never been more vital till now. Climate change, natural resource management and geohazard management demand global collaboration, scientific innovation and policy-driven and solutions. Though this Congress, we can aim to bridge the gap between science and society Together, research, policymakers, and experts from around the world to exchange knowledge and shape strategies for resilience and sustainable future for the global arena. The process of highly respected dignitaries and active participation of this and all attendees today are testament to our shared commitment to making the Congress a success. Let us commit ourselves to meaningful exchange, impactful innovation, and practical solutions that address the pressing challenge of climate change, natural resource management, and geohazard mitigation. I am highly confident that this Congress will serve as a beacon for knowledge, collaboration, and progress. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed foreign guests for attending this Congress. We hope you have a successful, enriching, and truly memorable visit to Nepal. Once again, I welcome you all and look forward to insightful discussion and fruitful Congress ahead. Thank you. Namaste.
For the inaugural speech. Now, I would kindly like to request our Chief Guest, Right Honorable President of Nepal, to inaugurate the program by lighting the banners. Thank you.
हाम्रो नेपाल अगरबी समाजको लोगोमा यी शब्दहरू लेखिएका छन् र हामी पृथ्वीकै सन्तान, पृथ्वीकै बारेमा चिन्ता गर्न, चिन्तन गर्न, पृथ्वीमा भएका गतिविधिहरूका बारेमा केही कुरा बुझाउन, बुझ्न उपस्थित भएका छौँ। सबैलाई स्वागत छ। नमस्कार।
Thank you, Right Honorable President. Now, I would like to request the convener of 11th Nepal Geological Congress, Professor Dr. Khum Narayan Paudel, to brief about this 11th Nepal Geological Congress that's going to be held for today and tomorrow. Thank you.
Right Honorable President of Nepal, respected First Lady, Honorable Minister for Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supplies, Ambassador of Switzerland to Nepal, Dr. Catherine Hagen, Patron of Tony Hagen Foundation, Secretaries, Director Generals, CEOs, and government officials, professors, deans, and students, past presidents and honorary members of Nepal Geological Society, scientists from different countries, and press representatives. The Nepal Geological Society has organized first Nepal Geological Congress in 1995. So it is already 30 years that the Nepal Geological Congress has been started. So we are on the 11th 11th succession of this Congress, and we are discussing for the last 30 years about the tectonics, stratigraphy, paleontology, hydrogeology, geohazards, natural disasters, and many more themes occurring in the Himalayas. The main theme of this Congress, this 11th Congress, is geosciences for climate change adaptations, natural resources, and geohazard management. In 2 days seminar, there will be 14 scientific sessions with more than 80 oral presentations and 20 poster presentations. On the commemoration of 2015 earthquake, we have a special session, 10 years of World Cup. So this session will be very much important and very much interesting for all of us. We will discuss about the lessons learned from the 2015 World Cup in this session. We had already 1 day pre-Congress excursion yesterday. Many scientists participated in these excursions. and they learn the geology and geoheritage sites of the Kathmandu Valley. Today and tomorrow we will have technical sessions, and from 12th March to 16th March there will be post-Congress excursion from Kathmandu, Pokhara, Beni, Marfa, Mutina and Jomsom areas for 5 days. So in this excursion we will have opportunity to study the higher Himalaya along Kaligandaki river section. So in fact, if we count the day from yesterday, we will have 8 days Nepal Geological Congress. This 11th Nepal Geological Congress will be more or less 8 days. We will be engaging in this Congress for 8 days. I would like to welcome you in 11th Geological Congress. I am sure all of us celebrate this program, this precious opportunity to share our scientific knowledge, to understand the different processes going on the Earth system. It is my pleasure to share that most of the presentations in this Congress are young scientists, young students, postgraduate students, PhD students. They are the bulk participant of this Congress. So this is very important and encouraging to us. The creative ideas of young scientists will meet the well-experienced geologists from the different countries. This will be a great opportunity to all of us to interact and share the mutual ideas and understanding the geology of the Himalaya and its surroundings. I thank Right Honorable President of Nepal for his gracious presence in this Congress. I thank all of you for your participations in the inaugural session of 11th Nepal Geological Congress. Thank you very much. Thank you.
To honor the newly appointed honorary members of Nepal Geological Society, like in the past years, we have selected, based on the recommendation from the honorary member recommendation committee, we have selected 2 professionals working in the sector of the geology of the Himalaya and world as an honorary member for award for this year. One of them is Geological Shrestha. So let me read out the brief CV of Mr. Geological Shrestha. Born in 1951 in Palpa, he is a distinguished geologist specializing in geological mapping, mineral exploration and engineering geology. He earned his MSc degree from Leningrad Mining Institute, now St. Petersburg Mining Academy, in 1975, and a postgraduate diploma from ITC, the Netherlands. In 1984, his work has been instrumental in mapping Nepal's mineral resources, supporting cement industries, and consulting on infrastructure projects like roads, bridges, and hydropower plants. He co-authored Nepal's 1:1 million scale geological map and published 16 maps in multiple research papers. From 2003 to 2009, he served as a joint secretary at the Ministry of Industry, now Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supply, leading Nepal's Special Economic Zone SEZ project. A founding member of the Nepal Geological Society, he was its vice president in 1996 to 98 and president from 2009 to 11. Honored with 2019 Lifetime Achievement Award by NGS, he remains a key figure in Nepal geology and infrastructure development. Similarly, another honorary member this year selected by Nepal Geological Society is Professor Dr. Mike Paul Sorley. Professor Michael Paul Sorley was born in 1952 in Singapore. He is a distinguished geologist specializing in tectonics, structural geology and metamorphic processes. He has been a professor of earth science at the University of Oxford since 2006 and a fellow of Worcester College since 1996. He earned his BSc from the University of Wales in 1975 and a PhD from the Open University in 1980. His research has significantly advanced understanding of ophiolite formation, continental collisions, and Himalayan geology. With an H index of 103 and over 29,100 publication citations, he has published more than 260 scientific papers, authorized 3 books, and co-edited 6 Geological Society of London publications. Recognized with the Murchison Medal in 2008 and elected to Academia of Europea in 2018, he has supervised more than 30 PhD students. He has contributed to documentaries like BBC Earth History and conducts annual geological research in Nepal, where he also supports a village in Yarsaka Sigaon affected by the Gorkha earthquake. Now, I would like to request our respected Secretary from Ministry of Industry, Supplies and Commerce to honor two of our honorary members with the certificates. Our Secretary from Ministry of Industry, Supplies and Commerce, please honor our honorary member with the certificates. Mr. Jagdishwar Manshrestha, please come and rise to receive the honor. Mr. Geological Manshrestha. Thank you, Geological Manshrestha. Now I will request Professor Michael Sordi to receive the honor of the honorary member. I would like to request the Secretary to stay a few more minutes on the dais because we have another award coming up. From this year, Nepal Geological Society has started the award for Tony Hagen Memorial Award. And this year the award is Professor Dr. Vishal Nath Upreti. Let me read out his short CV here. So Professor Dr. Vishal Nath Upreti, born in 1951, is a distinguished Nepali geologist with a strong national and international reputation. He earned his MSc in Geology from Karnataka University and a PhD from EMS, University of Baroda, India. A fellow of NAST, UNESCO, twice in the Zambia Academy of Sciences. He has significantly contributed to geological research and education. He has served as the head of the geology department and dean at Tribhuvan University and has held professorship in Zambia and Ethiopia. He is a founder, general secretary and current president of the Nepal Center for Disaster Management. He has advanced geohazards and disaster study with an Earth index of 33 and over 7,300 citations. He has published 100 plus research papers and authored multiple books. Recognized with prestigious awards including the CNR Rao Prize and Suprabal Gorkha Dachin Bau. His research focuses on structural geology, tectonics, engineering geology, paleoseismology and disaster management. We would like to request Professor Dr. Vishal Nath Upreti for the honor for first Tony Hagen Memorial Award. Thank you. Thank you, respected Secretary and Professor Vishal Nath Upreti. I would like to request Professor Dr. Vishal Nath Upreti for his quick remarks. Thank you.
At the outset, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Nepal Geological Society for bestowing upon me this prestigious Tony Hagen Memorial Award, the very first in its series. Right Honorable President, I am deeply honored to receive this recognition in your esteemed presence. Additionally, as one of the editors, I am truly grateful to you for releasing the book which will be done now, releasing the book on the report on the geology of Nepal, Volume 3 by Tony Hagen, which I had the privilege of editing along with Catherine Hagen. Dr. Tony Hagen first arrived in Nepal in 1950. It is just 1 year before my birth. He arrived in Nepal as a young geologist in his early 30s as part of the Swiss Development Assistance Mission. He was the first foreigner to get an official permit to freely travel and work inside Nepal, then a mysterious and a strictly forbidden country. I met Dr. Hagen only once, when he came to deliver a talk organized by Nepal Geological Society not long before his passing in 2003. It always struck me that despite Dr. Hagen's pioneering geological contributions to the Nepal Himalaya, it remained largely unknown and unacknowledged by the contemporary geologists, geoscientists, both in Nepal and internationally. One primary reason was that his book, published over half a century ago by the Swiss Academy, were printed in limited numbers and remained confined to a few Western libraries, making them inaccessible to most researchers. From within my heart, I always felt it was my duty as a geologist to try to bring out this pioneering work of Dr. Hagen to the new generation of researchers. and students working in the Himalaya. In 2012, I had the opportunity to meet Dr. Hagen's daughter, Catherine, who is here now. I proposed her reprinting volume 1 and 2 so that Dr. Hagen's invaluable work could reach to the broader audience. Catherine readily agreed, and I took on immediately the task of preparing the books for reprinting. Thanks to Nepal Geological Society for agreeing to publish these volumes, 1 and 2, in years 2013 and 2014, respectively, and thereby now they're easily available. So this is almost after 10 years that this volume is coming. After the reprint of volume 2 in 2014, Catherine told me that Dr. Hagen had left behind an incomplete and unedited first draft of a manuscript of Western Nepal, which he had intended to publish as volume 3, but never completed. We agreed to take on the challenge of finalizing this manuscript to publish, and after 8 years of dedicated efforts, we are proud to present it today. Completing this book was no easy task. It required locating and organizing sketches, profiles, and photographs from Dr. Tony Hagen's extensive archive, redrafting the sketches and profiles, translating sections of the German manuscript into English, and working with historical topographic maps from 1926 and 1937 that he had used in his studies that were quite often inaccurate compared to the more recent maps. Catherine played a crucial role in this process, demonstrating remarkable dedication and professionalism. Without her contribution, this would not have reached completion. His extensive field survey, documentation, and mapping in the 1950s and early 60s revolutionized our understanding of Nepal's geological framework. Dr. Hagen systematically mapped the country's geology, covering over 14,000 kilometers on foot during more than a decade of uninterrupted fieldwork. His contributions included identifying major geological structures such as what we call today the MCT, Main Central Thrust, and the Main Boundary Thrust, as well as recognizing the presence of very napped structures in the Nepal Himalaya. Dr. Hagen's seminal books, Geology of Nepal, Volume 1 in 1969, and Geology of Thakola, Volume 2 in 1968, remain fundamental works in the Himalayan geological studies. With this posthumous publication of Geology of Western Nepal, Volume 3, edited by myself, B. Upreti, and Catherine Hagen, his contributions are now fully preserved and accessible. During the survey, stretching for months in one season, Dr. Hagen often endured harsh terrains, high mountain passes and snow, food shortages and diseases, accompanied only by a small team of his trusted porters and guides. He even nearly lost his life to a severe illness while conducting fieldwork in these remote areas in his Western Nepal. Yet he persevered, producing detailed geological maps, pioneering studies, and extensive documentation supported by cross-sections, 3D sketches, and high-quality photographs. Volume 3 stands as a testament to his dedication and remains an exceptionally well-illustrated resource. Dr. Hagen was without a doubt the pioneer of Nepalese geology. His legacy is profound, and his work will be a valuable resource for students, researchers, and professionals alike. In closing, I sincerely thank Professor Dr. Dandapani Adhikari and Dr. Ananta Gajrel for their invaluable support during this project. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Upreti, for his brief remarks. Now I would like to request Dr. Catherine Hagen, daughter of Tony Hagen, to further a brief speech on the developing and reproduction of this book and his contribution in Nepal. Thank you.
As my friend Vishal Upreti already told most important things about my father, I can make it short. I just want to reflect a little bit why my father has been forgotten as a geologist. I mean, during his research in Nepal from 1951 to 1958, he was also very much interested about the development. And so his first UN report he made was not about geology, but about development possibilities of Nepal. And then, of course, with what he found about the geology, he said there is not much petrol, there is not oil, there is no precious minerals. The best thing Nepal has is the water resources. But that time when he left Nepal in 1962, the government was, with this statement, not very happy, and foreign geologists came and they said, oh, the geology of my father is not right. We will find you oil, we will find you precious minerals and everything. So nobody was any more interested. Okay, he printed his first 2 volumes, and then after he has been in many other countries, mostly for development, for UN and other NGOs, and not anymore for geology. So thanks to my friend Bijal, now with the Geological Society, they reprinted the book, which is now very important to remind what my father has done. And now I'm also very happy that these volumes can be purchased online, which is very important. Before, I mean, even if you could buy it here at the Geological Society for foreigners, it was almost not possible. And last but not least, for the geologists, it is also important his immense documents of photographs. This will be not only a cultural heritage for Nepal, but also very interesting for the geologists. Until now, almost, or I get very often question, do you have a picture, a photo of this glacier, of that area, to compare how it is now, especially with the climate change? And of course, my father was much concerned about the climate change. The positive things, what he found, also when I compare the photos, is the reforestation. There are much more forests even around Kathmandu, whereas than in the 50s. This is a very good thing for Nepal. What he was not so happy was with the road building, especially because they did not concerned about the geology, about the problems with these many landslides. But I hope in future this can be also changed. So I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hagen. Now I would like to request Her Excellency Ambassador of Switzerland to Nepal to address this Congress. Thank you.
I'm very honored to be with you today for the inauguration of this 11th Congress of the Nepal Geological Society. It is a great honor to be speaking at this Congress, which aims to provide a supportive platform, especially for young geological scientists and women geological scientists. And it will also pay tribute to an extraordinary human being and Swiss citizen, Dr. Tony Hagen. As was highlighted by Professor Upreti, the Swiss geologist Tony Hagen was one of the first foreigners entering Nepal. And dear Catherine, you mentioned that your father had been forgotten as a geologist, but I would like to come back to the fact that he was so much more than a geologist, than a scientist, more than an explorer. He was a bridge between cultures, a humanitarian, a natural lover, and a passionate advocate for sustainable development. His research and work on geology, mapping, but also on infrastructure development were vital contributions to Nepal's progress, tying the first knot of a long-standing friendship between Switzerland and Nepal, and also creating so many personal relationships. And there is not a week that I spent here in Nepal without ending up in a conversation on Dr. Tony Hagen. I am therefore extremely honored to be part of the book launch, one out of many legacies of this extraordinary personality. Dr. Tony Hagen was instrumental in persuading the Swiss authorities to initiate humanitarian assistance to Nepal, the starting point of a long-lasting, trusted collaboration between the two mountainous countries. And in particular, Dr. Hagen initiated the Swiss engagement on infrastructure with safe river crossings towards the end of the 50s, a flagship of the Swiss-Nepal friendship. Recently, in 2023, Nepal has completed its 10,000 trail bridge with technical know-how and support from Switzerland. It's 2/3 of the local population that benefits from these vital transport routes, and the construction of trail bridges is now fully taken over by the Nepali authorities. This is a great achievement. Today, the Swiss cooperation partners with the government of Nepal and the Asian Development Bank and the World Bank in strengthening disaster risk management, particularly in the hydropower sector. Switzerland will provide expertise to protect public and private investments, helping Nepal facing the increasing frequency and intensity of natural disasters. Let me conclude by reaffirming that Switzerland remains committed to support Nepal in its development, fostering good governance, social justice, and sustainable development. I wish you an inspiring Congress. Thank you.
Yeah, we are really honored to have you here with us today. Like you mentioned, we are also honored to have you here. Now, there is a launching program of the book written by Tony Hagen. The name of the book is Report on Geological Survey of Nepal, Volume 3, Geology of the Western Himalaya by Tony Hagen. I would like to request the Right Honorable President of Nepal to launch this book. I would like to request our assistants to bring the book to the President for launching. So, name of the book is Report on Geological Survey of Nepal, Volume 3, Geology of the Western Himalaya by Tony Hagen. Now, I would like to request Right Honorable President for his speech to this Congress. Thank you.
कार्यक्रमका अध्यक्षजी, विभिन्न मुलुकबाट यो सम्मेलनमा उपस्थित वैज्ञानिकहरू, उपस्थित महिला तथा सदन, नेपाल भौगोलिक समाजद्वारा आयोजित भौगोलिक सम्मेलनमा उपस्थित हुन पाउँदा मलाई खुसी लागेको छ। 2 दिनसम्म सञ्चालन हुने यो सम्मेलनमा नेपालका खनिजको अवस्थिति, अन्वेषण, भूविपद, जलवायु परिवर्तन र भौतिक पूर्वाधारको विकासमा भूविज्ञानको प्रयोगका बारेमा विशद विमर्श हुने नै छ। नेपाल र अन्य मुलुकबाट आएका भूवैज्ञानिकहरूले आफ्ना अनुसन्धानका नतिजाहरू प्रस्तुत गरी भूविज्ञानका विज्ञ एवं विद्यार्थीहरूका बीचमा ज्ञान आदान प्रदान हुनेछ र प्रज्ञाको विस्तार हुनेछ भन्ने विश्वास लिएको छु। यो सम्मेलनमा जलवायु परिवर्तनका अवसरहरूको न्यूनीकरण, प्राकृतिक प्रकोप र भूविपदको व्यवस्थापन जस्तो जल्दोबल्दो विषय मूल कथ्य रहनुले यो सम्मेलनको महत्त्वलाई अझै बढाएको छ भन्ने मलाई लाग्दछ। यो मानव दैनन्दिनीसँग प्रत्यक्ष सरोकार रहेको विषय हो। विश्वका अतिशय विकसित मुलुकहरूमा भएको अनुसन्धान, औद्योगिकीकरण, जीवाश्म इन्धनको दोहन, कार्बन उत्सर्जनमा नगण्य योगदान गर्ने नेपाल जस्तो विकासशील देशमा झन बढी असर पारेको सर्वविदितै छ। यसले गर्दा पृथ्वीको तापक्रममा वृद्धि भइरहेको छ र विगत 3 दशकदेखिको अवधिमा हिमालमा रहेका हिमनदीहरूको हिउँ 1/3 घटिसकेको छ। हिमतालहरू विस्फोटनको सङ्घारमा छन्। यसै गरी अतिवृष्टिबाट हुने जलप्रको, पहिरो र भूक्षयबाट वर्षेनी थुप्रै धनजनको क्षति भइरहेको छ। जलवायु परिवर्तनको कारक नभए पनि मार खेप्नुपर्ने नेपाल जस्ता मुलुकहरूका लागि जलवायु न्यायको विषय पनि यो सम्मेलनमा प्रखर रूपमा उठोस् भन्ने म चाहन्छु र यहाँ उपस्थित वैज्ञानिकहरूले जलवायु न्यायको मुद्दालाई विश्व जगतमा पुर्याउनु हुनेछ भन्ने पनि अपेक्षा गरेको छु। हिमालय पर्वत श्रृङ्खलामा बेला बेलामा गइरहने भूकम्प पनि हाम्रो देशको विकास निर्माणका लागि समस्याको रूपमा रहेको छ। केही प्राकृतिक प्रकोपहरूको पूर्वानुमान गर्ने पद्धतिको विकास भइसकेको भए पनि भूकम्प सम्बन्धी पूर्वानुमान गर्न सकिने संयन्त्र आज पर्यन्त पत्ता लगाउन सकिएको छैन। विक्रम सम्वत 2072 सालमा महाभूकम्प गएको 1 दशक पुग्न लागेको पूर्व सन्ध्यामा त्यसको मीमांसा पनि यस सम्मेलनमा गरिने भएकोले यसको महत्त्व विशेष रूपमा रहेको छ भन्ने मैले ठानेको छु। यस सम्मेलनबाट प्राप्त हुने निष्कर्ष मुलुकको द्रुततर विकासका लागि गरिने नीति निर्माणका लागि प्रयोग गर्न सकिने विश्वास गरेको छु। प्राकृतिक स्रोतको उत्खनन, सदुपयोग र बजार व्यवस्थापनका लागि लगानीकर्ताको ध्यान आकर्षण गर्न यो सम्मेलन उपयोगी हुनेछ भन्ने विश्वासका साथ सम्मेलनको सफलताको कामना गर्दछु। जय नेपाल।
Thank you, Right Honorable President of Nepal. Now I would like to request the Chair of the Inauguration Session to hand over the token of appreciation, token of love to our Right Honorable President. Thank you. So, Right Honorable President of Nepal and the secretaries from Ministry of Industry, Supplies and Commerce, Ministry of Energy, Water Resources and Irrigation, Secretary from NAST, Secretary from the President's Office, honorary members, past presidents and vice president from IAEG. On behalf of organizing committee, as a General Secretary, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for being part of the 11th Nepal Geological Congress Inauguration Session. We are incredibly honored to have hosted such a distinguished gathering of over 250 participants from various parts of the world, all coming together under the important theme of geoscience for climate change adaptation, natural resources, and geohazard management, with 10 additional sub-themes that have further increased the scope of our discussion. Firstly, I would like to express our deepest appreciation to our esteemed Chief Guest, Right Honorable President of Nepal, for gracing us with your presence and for your invaluable support for geoscience being part of this Congress. Your presence continues to inspire and guide us toward addressing the challenges of climate change and sustainable management of natural resources. Similarly, our special thanks goes to our special guest, Her Excellency the Swiss Ambassador for your continuous support to Nepal and for highlighting the importance of international collaboration in tackling the pressing issues of geohazards, climate change and natural resource management. The collaboration between nations is a key and your presence today helps to strengthen this bond further. Likewise, I would like to thank IAG Vice President for accepting our invitation and adding value to the inaugural session. And thankful to all the presidents of professional societies and honorary members and past presidents. Similarly, we are grateful to our sponsors, without who this gathering and management would have been very difficult to plan and implement to this level. To all the participants, thank you for your interest and expect your active involvement and engagement in the technical sessions of the Congress. Your questions, suggestions and shared experiences will truly make this Congress an interactive and productive platform for learning and collaboration. We also acknowledge the efforts of our organizing committee, convener and co-conveners, volunteers, and all those who are working tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the success of this Congress. Your dedication and hard work are greatly appreciated and expect the same throughout the technical sessions of the Congress. Finally, I would like to thank each and every one of you for attending the prestigious event. It is through your continued interest and commitment to geosciences that we are able to make strides toward a more resilient and sustainable future. We hope the knowledge and ideas which will be shared here will inspire further actions and collaboration in addressing the challenges posed by climate change and geohazards. We look forward to continuing this important conversation and working together to find solutions for a better tomorrow. Thank you, and we wish you all a fruitful technical days ahead. And now finally we have time for the photograph with our Chief Guest, Right Honorable President.